It is currently the 29th of December, and I'm here to say that I did it! I did it. One video every day for 25 days over Advent. Bradvent 2022 is complete. So why am I here? Well, after last year's Bradvent, I did a video where I went through, the process of it, some of the analytics, the future, that kind of thing. So this year, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to tell everybody the analytics for how the shorts and things did, because this year I did shorts. I didn't do the long videos like I did last year. I did short videos. And I want people to, people find it interesting to see the... I can't talk today. As I've already mentioned, this year for Bradvent, I did shorts instead of full videos. The reason I did that is because I didn't have a huge amount of time this year. We've got a lot of stuff changing in the Fact Fiend scene and the USC scene, so I didn't have a huge amount of time to do my own things. So I was like, you know what, shorts are very quick. I've made some shorts before for Fact Fiend. They don't take too much time to do, so I'm going to make a short. I'm going to make one short every single day for 25 days. But for some reason, Brad, you just didn't make one short. You decided to make loads. 25 days, one short a day, would have been 25 videos. I made 74 shorts. 74. So I made 3 times as many shorts as I was supposed to make. Now, for somebody who was like, I don't have a huge amount of time, what am I doing? You could have done one a day and nobody would have given a shit. So last year I started on I think it was the 15th of November. This year I just kept pushing it back and back, so I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. And I actually ended up starting on the 30th of November, which for anyone who knows their calendars is the day before the 1st of December. So I started doing these on the day before that. Not just that, I went away for a few days at the start. I think I was away from like the 4th to maybe the 7th or 8th. Visiting family, so I didn't have those days, and I went away for actual Christmas and a few days before, so I had even less time. At one point I was like, I'm sick of doing it, I want to just stop. But, I wanted to push on because then I finished it and it's done and I can be proud of myself, and I'm happy that I've managed to do it. Oh god, I'll summarise properly at the end. Let's go through the analytics. I think that's the thing that most people are interested in. How did the videos do, and is there any advice I can impart from having done this to people who maybe want to do something similar or upload their own videos to YouTube? So, between the 1st and the 28th of December, so that's yesterday, because the analytics only go up to the day before. So, from the 1st to the 28th of December, I uploaded 74 shorts. Good job, Brad. 74 shorts, which totaled 46 minutes and 32 seconds. So, I'm pretty sure last year, one of my Bradvent videos was longer than that on its own. So that sort of shows that even though I've made more videos this year, I've made less overall content. And there were 25 ideas spread over 74 shorts. And of these 25 ideas, 13 of them were made up during the month. So I did plan Bradvent before December, but I planned it to be long. And then when I realised I wanted to do the shorts, I then shortened a bunch of those ideas down, came up with a few new ones, and I had 25 ideas ready to roll at the start of the month. Then, obviously, a lot of those just didn't happen. So I ended up with 13 ones that I improvised during the month. So, like, the one where I pulled the little Santa through the chimney, like, obviously that wasn't an idea that I made from the start, that was just improvised. So, the period I just mentioned, 1st to the 28th, 35.5 thousand views. That is a shit ton of views. 35.5 thousand is a view amount that I don't think even the most viewed video on my channel has. So that sort of says how impactful it can be to make shorts. I reached such a massively new audience through doing shorts because they're just suggested to people. And even if they've never heard of you, they can watch it, decide if they do or don't like you. And according to my analytics, 85% of my views over this period came from the shorts feed. Not just from people viewing shorts, specifically the shorts feed. So when you flick through and it gives you new things. And obviously a few of those will be people who've watched my stuff, like, they'll get it recommended because shorts are recommended based on your viewing preferences. But also, some of those videos were getting thousands of views and like 80-90% of those people are new viewers. So shorts are definitely a great way for a new creator to get out there and try and get their stuff viewed. Because on YouTube at the moment, it's very difficult to get anyone to view your shit because it only recommends it to the people who've watched it in the past and very rarely tries to push new creators forwards. It's very, very insistent on pushing forwards the people who already have massive audiences. And I know why. Money. It's all about the money. The people who bring in the most money are the ones they want people to watch the most. But obviously, like back in the early days, am I saying obviously a lot? Back in the early days of YouTube, it was like everyone got a chance. You know, your video would get squeezed out to a few people, and if they liked it, then it would be pushed out to a few more. That's what shorts do now. So if you're a new creator, shorts are a very good way to get your stuff out there. Even if you make long videos, you can make shorts of those videos. The shorts feed will then attract people in, they'll like the content, they'll check out more, and you might gain subscribers through that. So that's my initial feedback. So those 35,000 views amounted to 197 hours of watch time. So if you want a YouTube channel to be monetized, it's 4,000 hours. So by uploading 74 shorts, I got 197 hours. So if we round that up to 200, that's 20th of what you need. What is it? 1,480. So if you made 1,480 shorts in a year, you would hit the view time, the watch hours to get monetized. I don't even know if shorts count towards that at the moment. I know that shorts are now being monetized, but I don't know if the watch time on shorts counts towards the 4,000 hours you need. So if you want your channel to be monetized, then maybe shorts aren't the way to go. It'd be worth looking into that. Maybe they're going to add those, considering that shorts are now a big part of the brand. And there's some people who exclusively make shorts. But all of these extra views, 35,000 views, plus 24 subscribers. So Bradvent didn't get me a massive sub gain. There were some days where I got more and some days where I got less. Some days I lost a lot, because like the one where I uploaded 9 videos in one day, I lost a lot. I buy a lot, like by the standards of my channel, not like thousands. I lost just a decent amount. The problem with Bradvent is that it's a variety upload thing. Like every single video type is different. You know, you went from me telling a shit joke to a comedy sketch to videos of cats. So I can understand it not being great for subscriber growth. People tend to subscribe to something where they want to see more of the content repeatedly, not just their interest in one or two things. So during this period, I reached 28.8 thousand unique viewers. So that's the number of people, individual people, that got to see the stuff I made. So 35,000 views, where did they come from? Let's look through the top videos of Bradvent 2022. I'm actually a little disappointed at this because the most viewed video by far is the bad cracker joke number 3. This joke isn't great. I also made 5 or whatever it was, 6 of these on the same day. This was just one I did off the cuff because I didn't have any time and was like, fuck it, I've got cracker on my tree. I'll just ask some friends for some jokes and I'll just read the jokes out and pretend they're from a cracker. And this one got 7,449 views. 7,500 views. Compared to some of the other shorts that took me like the short I made, the Christmas present one with Shifty Joe, that one took loads of time because I filmed loads of different angles and I edited it all together and that. And I thought that was going to be one of the ones that people would like it and it would get sent off and it would spread. And no, I think that only got like 300-400 views. The Bad Cracker Joke 3 got 7,500. My second most viewed video, Bad Cracker Joke 2. So the top 2 are already shit cracker jokes that I put no effort into. And they also came out early in the month as well, so I just never topped that. I think that was day 3. I never topped that viewing figure. Thankfully, number 3 was one I did put some time into, and it was Little Timmy's Christmas List with 2,196 views. That one is the little Santa Claus sketch. Now, I did plan on doing 3 Santa Claus sketches, but I didn't have a lot of time on that day, and I thought, you know what, maybe I'll forgive myself for not making more videos than I want to. So that one did particularly well. Number 4, Bad Cracker Joke 1! Like, 2,056 views. Why does this happen? This happens as well on anything I've ever uploaded content to. The things you put the most time and love and care into never seem to do as well as the stuff you just throw out there. Anyway, the 5th video on the list is Christmas Cats 5. Most of the videos I upload to this channel, some of them barely scrape 100. So shorts, like, it's just, I'm genuinely impressed with how many views you can get from just uploading a short as opposed to a normal video. If you're making long form content and you're getting nothing from it, I would recommend switching something to shorts or just uploading some short clips of your videos with like watch more on my channel and that kind of thing. Anyway, yeah, so that's a little rundown of a few of the analytics from Bradvent. It's not the most fascinating thing in the world. It's just, I do think it's quite interesting to, especially for content creators, to hear these kind of things. And I wish more bigger content creators would take the time to share their analytics and what they've noticed about the way that things work, because we're all on the same platform and the algorithm is just constantly changing. You never know what's popular and what's not. There was a period where every video had to be over 10 minutes. Then there was a period where the shorter videos started to do better. Like, people would be recommended videos of the same length, so you had to try and make all your videos the same length. And then it was just people not. It's constantly changing, and it's nice to have a little bit of background intel. So I hope this maybe has helped somebody. Back to Bradvent. So, as I said, it originally started as long-form videos, and then it was switched to be shorts. And a lot of the ideas were lost, either through that switch or through the lack of time that I had to make things. So I thought I'd go down a little list of some of the ideas I was going to make that may come in Bradvent 2023, you know, if I'm still doing this then. So the first one of these is BB Quiz. So last year, I did Nerf Quiz with my sister and her fiancé, where I had to answer questions, and if I got them wrong, they shot me with a Nerf gun. And I said in that video I was going to come back the next year and do it, but with a BB gun. And I was supposed to be doing that as a short, but I couldn't arrange a time to either get my sister around or get her on a call. So I wanted to do it with them, because they were the ones in the last year's one. It felt like it would be a bit harsh to be like, no, we're going to pick somebody else because you're inconvenient. Gaming highlights, just didn't have enough time to go through my gaming footage this year. If anyone's not aware, I've got a gaming channel, called Overdog, where I upload streams that I've edited down, and then I stream over on Twitch. They'll all be in description, I guess. And I was going to put some highlights together of those, but I just didn't have enough time to go through the footage because there were literal dozens of hours of this footage, and again, no time. I went through Bradvent last year, and that took a long time. I went through my outtakes from last year. That took a long time. So, it's a shame. The ghost sightings was going to make a return. Last year we did a parody of a Nuke's Top 5 ghost sightings video. And we were supposed to be doing that again, but as like shorts. But again, it was a timing issue. It was very hard to get Adam and Nisha for a decent amount of time. And I wanted to do it with the people that I did it with last year. And the same thing applies to the Impressionists. Tom and I were going to do a return of the non-Impressionists, but Tom's been very busy with his shows. I'm very busy with other stuff, so it eventually just resulted in that one being missed off. I was going to write a musical number for one of the videos. That was meant to be a longer video, but I could have done it for a short and just, again, didn't have time. I ended up singing ad-libbed songs instead, and then I did a sped-up one for Christmas, because at that point I was just like, just put a fucking video out, Brad. Just record something and just end it. It's done. Your short starring Brad. So this wasn't shorts as in short YouTube shorts. This was I wanted to film myself in front of a green screen, saying a load of random lines of dialogue, and then I wanted people to edit those together into funny little short films or sketches, using the green screen to put backgrounds in and swapping me around to put like different angles so they could make me talk to myself back and forth. And I was going to upload them to the channel as like these are what people have made. The same way last year I did the memes one, where I wanted people to make memes of me. So, yeah, I didn't have time to film me doing that. Family Christmas videos, I wanted to get my mum in, and we were going to look at some old Christmas videos and talk about that. The Christmas Carol parody. So I did 3 shorts, Ghost, Past, Present, and Future, on the 24th of December. But that was going to be a full Christmas Carol parody featuring Brad Ebenezer Scrooge. And the joke was going to be the same as it was in the shorts, is that Ebenezer Scrooge just won't fucking change. He's such a dickhead that every single time he's shown something, he just takes the wrong message away. And it was just going to end with him just ending with a miser. It was going to be like that, you know, when they do the happy voiceover at the end where they're like, you know, like in the Grinch one, the Grinch's heart grew 3 sizes that day. And it was going to be somewhat along the lines of, Scrooge never changed his ways. Tiny Tim died a few months later, and Bob Cratchit lost his job through mourning. Ebenezer Scrooge continued to make money until his death 38 years later at the ripe old age of 117. I was also going to do The Night Before Christmas. So last year I did the reading that Nico wrote me. This year I was going to do The Night Before Christmas, but a Google translated version. But eventually I was going to move that one to the side channel, and then I just didn't do it. And the big one I'm sad that I didn't get to do was that I'd recorded something at the start of this year And I was meant to record something at the end of the year and edit them together into an interview between me a year ago and me now. And unfortunately, it was meant to be a weight loss thing, and I didn't lose any weight, so I couldn't do it because there's no point. Like the person doing the interview, the me from last year, was meant to be asking the me from this year how well I did and all that kind of thing. And I've got all the footage for that. I just, unfortunately, because I didn't manage to lose the weight, you can't do the interview because that's the whole point of it. So it's a real shame, but I like that idea, so I might recycle it and maybe record it again. And fingers crossed, I actually managed to lose some weight this year, like I do every year. That's pretty much the end of the summary for Bradvent 2022. I hope people enjoyed watching the shorts. I know it was very different to last year. I definitely prefer doing long form videos. I just do. I don't mind shorts, but I've always worked in a horizontal format. So it's very difficult then to transfer to work into a portrait format, especially when shorts have so many overlays. It's very hard, because you can't put a subtitle at the bottom because there's always something at the bottom. So you have to put the subtitle at the top. Then you need to leave space at the top, like that. So you got the square there, space here for the text. And sometimes I forget, and then you get to the recording, you're like, well, I can't put the text there now because I'm not left the space. So I prefer making long videos. I think long videos are just better. But shorts are currently what's in, so I probably will end up making some shorts again this year. So overall, I think Bradvent 2021 is better. I think the videos are just more fun, and there's more of them. In terms of length, obviously not in terms of quantity. But there are some really good ones this year. I really enjoyed the Shifty Joe, and I enjoyed the sketch. I had quite a lot of fun working within the framework. It's a new challenge, and I quite enjoyed the challenge of having to work in the 9:16 format, as well as trying to frame things for that, and then edit the videos to make sure they're a certain length. It is an interesting challenge, and I did enjoy doing it for the most part. I got frustrated in the middle quite a lot. So what I'm going to end on is just a quick rundown of what's going to be happening in the new year. So 2021, my plan for that year was to upload one video every week. That was the goal. And I succeeded at that until around 5, maybe 6 months in. And then I just had too much going on. I ended up moving house, and a lot of work stuff cropped up that I wasn't expecting. This year I'm going to be doing something different. I want to keep this channel active, but this channel is no longer, I'm not foreseeing it going anywhere. It's just a place for me to put stuff. And I think there is a small audience of people who do watch the things I put up. Most of them are silent. I know that there's a lot of people who watch but then don't comment. And then there's a few names that I always see crop up in the comments. And they're the people I really want to make videos for on this channel. The people who genuinely, it's less like a creator-viewer relationship with those people. And I think it's just more I'm just another person somewhere out there in the world, and they're watching the videos to sort of keep up with what I'm doing and just let it lend to their lives in a way. If this channel ever becomes bigger, then that's something you lose. But at the moment, it's quite a nice little thing because when I see a name pop up, I'm like, oh, it's that person. They're still watching, yay! So this next year, I'm planning on doing something different with this channel, and that's not going to be regular uploads. But what it is going to be is more documenting something that I want to do, and I'm going to talk more about that when I upload a video in the new year, because this is Bradvent summary and I want to summarize Bradvent, but so that people know that there's something coming. I am going to be doing it's a collection of 12 smaller projects. I think I may have briefly mentioned this in a video sometime or in a stream. I can't remember. I've definitely mentioned it at some point. But there's going to be a collection of smaller projects, and they're going to be one every month, and it's going to be all about self-improvement and fulfilling life goals and that kind of thing, because I really want to I have a big push to make 2023 a really good year, and I've got a lot of ideas for what I want to do for it, but I'm always one of these people who's full of ideas and never really full of the delivery of those ideas. So I don't want to blow my trumpet too much about what I'm going to be doing, because I might just end up not doing it very well. I'll run out of time. I'll have to get I'll end up with other work to do, and you can never really account for what's going to happen in the world or what's going to happen with me in my life. I keep saying it's there's going to be negative things as well. Something positive might happen. I might end up getting a dream job, and when I have the dream job, I don't have time to do this other stuff. It's not necessarily going to be a bad thing. It's just that most of the time it is. So I'll be back in a few days with it won't actually be that long, will it? It's the 29th today, so yeah, I'll be back with an update as to what's going to be happening with this channel. And I hope that those dedicated people who sit around and watch these kind of things will keep up with me. And I'll also join in. It's something that I want other people to also join me in doing. This self-improvement thing. So I hope people will join me for that. But if you've watched this far, thank you. I've been waffling. I'm hoping I can edit this down into something coherent and not boring. And yeah, just I guess Happy New Year. Merry Christmas has just gone. So Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everybody watching or not watching. The world is getting bleaker and more frustrating by the day. And I think we've got to remember that we're all in this together. We're all in this together. No, I can't remember. I can't stay on topic. I'm trying to make like a really nice poignant point and like be really sort of open and connect to people. And it's just in the middle, I'm like, High School Musical. No. We're all going through these hardships. We're all going through difficult times. And it's just make sure you're a good influence. You're a positive influence on the world. And you're, have patience with people. Be nice. Be affectionate. Try and do what you can. And yeah, conclusions, words, sentiments, friendly words of advice, good things, interesting factoid, a joke. What an outro. I don't need any actual words. I'll just say the things that would be said. All right, I'm gonna go because otherwise I'm gonna sit here just rambling to myself for ages. I'm in a bit of a giddy mood now. I don't know why. I think just the idea of what might be to come. The good that's going to come over the year. It's very good. Right. Anyway. Bye. 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 Where's my off button? Where's my off button? Stop!